All right. Hey guys, welcome to the One on One in 10, where you get to see your favorite indie artists from around the world one on one in 10 minutes. I'm your host, Ayasha Roberson, and I'm back on the show this week. I have this rock, sultry, electric, metallic type of band and funk. They're known as the Die Band, the Die Sound. And I love their sound, I love their lyrics, and I'm so happy to introduce them to you on the show. So with no further ado, please help me welcome the Die.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
With you here.
You're welcome. So I have Bruno and Dory.
Eudora. Yeah, it's a tricky one, but not as pretty as your name.
Well, I just love different types of sounding names, especially cultural names. So can you both tell me a little bit about your musical influences and how did y'all come together as a band?
Great. Well, I'll start off. What happened was at Berklee College of Music in 2009, Bruno and I met where I was studying jazz and he was always a guitarist and a film buff and had a lot of really influences that were similar to mine. We found out that we had, even though we were different generations, that we had a lot in common in terms of what kind of music influenced us, like The Cure, Echo and the Bunnymen, so many different artists. Go ahead, Bruno. You want to take it from there?
Yeah, we met at Berklee in 2009. We started songwriting from the beginning, and I feel like what really pulled us together, or kind of like took us to a place where we realized we had to make music, was the fact that we both really like to write songs. We got really into songwriting. Eudora's a singer and music guitarist, singer, and we started developing a lot of songs even at Berklee. But it was till 2015 when we started writing songs in New York City for the Die. And we've been influenced by a lot of people from the 60s and 70s and 80s. But Eudora mentioned The Cure, David Bowie, Radiohead, The Doors, Pink Floyd, Bob Dylan, and so many others. Also jazz music. We love Miles Davis and so many great ones.
That's awesome. I love the fact that y'all were able to connect at Berklee College of Music, which is a very extraordinary college. You have to be extremely bright and musically gifted to go to Berklee College of Music, and how you guys were able to come together and fuse this sound of different genres of music, which is so cool.
Yeah, well, I feel like we both studied a lot of jazz and blues at Berklee, but as Eudora mentioned before, we kind of had this outsider view of music in terms of Berklee, because Berklee is a great jazz school, and Eudora learned a lot from the songwriting department. But I had this idea of rock music being something more free. But funny enough, we did use a lot of the harmony of jazz and the chords and all these chord progressions and all these formulas that we learned from Berklee for sure. But our idea was to create something new that had some of that influences of music that had really taken a hold of us and really given us a great mark,
Yeah, like psychedelic influences, like the Doors included, all that jazz and harmony and stuff. So I think that's right. In fact, our first song actually, I think, was more of a bluesy style song, but then it evolved very quickly. We started experimenting with all kinds of things. I think that's what's great about the Die is that the Die sound is just the name for social media, but the Die are the name of our band. It's just because we have a sound that's always kind of evolving into something else. Yeah, you can't really kind of pinpoint exactly what we're doing, right? People say, "What kind of genre are you?"
Definitely.
Alternative rock, but our sound is always evolving. So yeah,
very, very cinematic. We both love movies, but I've been really into film scoring, and we have a lot of layers in the last album that we released, Painting the Unite, has a lot of touches, saxophones and layers of synthesizers, guitars. And it's part of our sound. When we play live, we only have one guitar, but the sound, it's really big. But in the studio, we have all these little touches. And I really think that this album is for people that love to listen to albums from the beginning till the end, and they just want to ride and experience a journey. And they just want to really close their eyes and see all kinds of images and really have a profound sound experience. I really, it's funny to say this, but we got some great reviews from Manchester in England, and I really think that it's going to be a cult record one day for our genre of music, which is really all the alternative rock arena. That's how alternative rock. in many
I
ways.
love it. I love the fact that you guys are this blend of a band that creates their own sound and have their own story, and it just makes me so happy to hear how your music has just really evolved into what it is now. And I love to hear that when it becomes as an artist, because I think sometimes with artists, that's the challenging thing they have. They can't really evolve into that next level. But it seemed like y'all were able to do it very fluently. It seemed like it really flowed together, even with you guys working together in a band, because sometimes that also has its challenges as well.
It has a lot of challenges, even for touring. And sorry, I'm going to let Eudora grab the microphone from now on, but I just want to say that the challenges of being a band in New York City is that it's such an expensive city to live, that, players are always moving, coming and going. So it's hard to find the right players, and also it's hard to find people that are committed to projects, So for us, that's been a challenge that has has helped us to grow a lot, And right now, actually, we're ready to record our third album. The first one was an EP that came out in 2019, Poem of Ride. And one of the songs was #1 in a national radio.
Tantric Pace, yeah.
Tantric Pace, Indie Music Countdown. And then we'd released this Painting the New Night, June 9th, 2022. And now we're into the studio again. Because, you said something very important, Ayasha. I think that life is just all about growth. If you think that you've got to a point where you've made it or you know your stuff, then you're screwed. You have to keep learning, keep growing, and that's our mission.
Yeah, and but you touched on a really important topic, like you're saying the synergy. Sometimes that doesn't always flow with songwriting partners, because the funny thing about us, a little tidbit, is that Bruno is definitely a leader, a real leader, and I'm kind of pretty much a leader myself. So it's just been like a balance, like, okay, this is Bruno leads this, and that's what he does, and I've got to take a step back, and then maybe I'm leading something else. So that's been like, but that kind of combustion, that fire, like creates and births a new song sometimes. That's what's exciting from it.
Correct.
Very true. Very true. Sometimes even before shows, we start arguing because we're both have our vision of the set list, the this, that, and then you release it on stage, and that's the beauty. The beauty of music, of course, is making songs and recording them in a studio so that people all over the world can listen to it. That's the beauty of today. Anyone, anybody, anywhere can listen to it. But playing live, that's something really beautiful and important to us. Maybe Eudora can talk more about our coming tour and all that.
Yeah, we're going on tour September 18th. We're hitting up Boston for a few nights, Philadelphia, New Jersey, Ashbury Park. And of course, we're starting off with a Fierce Femme Fest supporting women in rock at the Bowery Electric on September 16th. If anybody's in New York, come by. Yeah, so it's really important to just get out there and share the music, because that's what we're doing it for as well. We have these stories inside of us, but we want to share it so people can relate, and maybe they're going to hear a lyric or they're going to listen to a melody that will inspire them to create. So it's like a community of artists that we can all kind of bounce. Everyone's got something to create, whether it's paper or, brush to the paint, we're all creators. So it's about bringing these gifts out in each other through art and music. And
very true. We've been lucky to be a part of this community of people that come to our shows, and some of them are dancers, and other of them are write songs, and other of them, paint. All of them, they come, and it's beautiful being a part of that.
Yeah,
that's great. This is a great experience for everyone that's going to take part in it. And I'm definitely going to try my best to come on September 15th to support you guys in New York City. And then again, you're going to be in Asbury Park on the 18th, correct? Because I'm close to those areas. So those are two dates that I heard in my and I was able to retain. But I'm so excited for the new album, for the new you're working on some new material for 2023, correct? So I'm looking forward. Yes. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to talk about it right now, but I'm looking forward to checking in with you guys at a later date to talk about your new album, your new songs, and what that's going to actually expect, for the new year as well. But I'm excited that you guys are going on tour in September, and I definitely want to come and experience your shows and be a part of the experience of the Die sound.
We
Or
would love that. Yeah.
The Die, yeah.
The
Where's the
Die.
Die?
I
Yeah,
call it the Die Sound, but it's called the Die, guys. The Die.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I
And
love
on Spotify, it's the Die. On all the socials, it's the Die Sound. Some other band in France got the Die, so we had to like
yeah,
create it.
yeah, they
On
did.
Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
So it is all good. But I
Yeah.
love you guys and your synergy, your energy, the way you balance each other out, and also about the music as well. The lyrics are great and inspiring. My last question is, who is the songwriter behind writing the music? Is it both of you guys?
Yeah,
Or...
both of us. We write the songs together.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
we're definitely a duo.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. And can you tell the fans where can they find you on social media, your website, if they come to your website to see all the show upcoming tour dates?
Yeah, so everything's listed on thediesound.com. That's our website. You can check out shows on Songkick or Bands in Town, Spotify, The Die, and then Instagram, Facebook, The Die Sound. So just type in DHEDYE. For colors, not DIE. You know. Yeah, we don't want that. It's about colors and, psychedelic fun. Yeah, it's all about bringing that in.
Well, I enjoyed this interview. Thank you guys so much to Bruno and Endora.
So we did. Thanks to you. Thank you so much for your great energy and inviting us. And you're an amazing host and hostess. Thank you so much for having us. Really beautiful experience, and can't wait to meet you in real life.
Yeah, definitely. I will.
Great heart. You got it all going on, girl.
Thank you guys. And
thank you, Ayasha.
Thank you.
Take care and hope we see you soon.
Oh, thank you so much, Bruno.
Yeah.
Yes, the 101 and tenors. Thank you so much for watching our show, and make sure you stay tuned for next week. You never would know what indie artists we will be featuring on our show, so stay tuned. Talk to you guys soon. Take care and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.